It's one of the most dangerous jungles on Earth, full of drug cartels, bandits and poisonous animals. We follow a group of friends from halfway across the world who are risking death by crossing this Colombian jungle. Early morning in Necoclí, northern Colombia. This group of 13 Cameroonians are getting ready for the next step in their journey.
We left Cameroon because of war. That's why we're running away.
Paul says he's a teacher who joined anti-government protests in Cameroon. He and his friends say they're fleeing a conflict back home, which has already displaced over 500,000 people. They've asked us to hide their identities to protect their families.
Cameroonian army going to the village to shoot people randomly. Have killed my brothers, unarmed young guys. They see any person they shoot.
Paul and his friends are hoping to seek asylum in the US. But to get there, they're taking an extraordinary journey. First, they took connecting flights from West Africa to Ecuador, a country with some of the most relaxed visa laws in the world. From there, they took buses to get to northern Colombia. But now they've quite literally reached the end of the road. In order to get to the next country, Panama, they'll have to cross the notorious Darien Gap. It's a 100-mile stretch of dense swamp and jungle, with no roads and no rules. Crossing it on foot is something that only the brave or the desperate attempt.
Father, we pray to you that we are undertaking a journey that is very risky. We're going into the wilderness. Father, protect us as you protected Noah on this ark.
We'll take a boat that will bring us closer to the jungle crossing. You can feel the nerves. We get as far as we can. From now on, it's all on foot. We set off with Paul and his friends. They have to carry everything with them: water, tents and food. And it's not easy.
The journey for the start, for now, is a little bit tedious. Yes, you can see I'm sweating. Tough hills. I'm afraid of snake bites. But I think God will lead us through. We've already commenced the journey, we cannot turn back.
Do you have any regrets or any second thoughts right now?
No, I have no regrets because that for me to stay back home and die, I better go ahead and be safe.
About 20 others join us. Most of them are African as well. This is just the beginning of our journey, but a lot of the people here are already struggling. Some of the women can barely make it up the hill, but this group is going to have to do this day in, day out for nearly a week. We're on a designated path right now, but soon they'll be walking through wild jungle. We've heard stories of people getting lost in the dark and others who drowned in rivers. Many are targeted by thieves and bandits. It's just too dangerous for us to continue with them, so we turn back. We've just said goodbye to the group. It's getting dark and they're rushing through, trying to make it to their first camping spot before nightfall. We've turned back, but they're continuing. And I really hope we can see all of them on the other side in Panama. We go to the camp in Panama where Paul and his friends should be arriving on the other side. We ask around, but there's no news. What we hear from others makes us fear the worst.
Il y a aussi des gens qui étaient en train de marcher, alors pour monter la montagne, il ne parvenait plus. Alors il a tombé comme ça, la tête dans une pierre. Donc il y a beaucoup de cadavres.
We meet Rose, who crossed the jungle with her grandson, 2 daughters, and husband. She nearly drowned twice in the Darien's rivers.
Tema que mais aqui na Kuhamakas. Então só na bandico chola. Na mona que déjà na kufina daqui desesperé. Na banda colocar Nzambe a sauver ngai. Pour na mona que déjà na kufaki. Mas é vraiment désespéré. Não pensei plus jamais à ça là yango. Plus jamais. Pois a risque a vie a bato.
Weak and in the wilderness, migrants soon become easy prey for thieves.
Katsi mutu alibuso zakinga bazwimba la moko god nanga batikali nango bachango awo. Bakati mobile nanga bazwi god na bache awo. Bakati moninga moko tozaki pena ye tozaki 4 personnes bazwi ba god na biso so bache wana.
We hear from different people that girls and women are targeted in other ways too.
We saw a little girl, she's of 14. She was raped. That is, she was working with a little brother with another group. Then her parents were behind. Unfortunately for her, the Panama guys there at the jungle met her and raped her. It's been almost a week since we set off with that group back in Colombia. They thought they would be here by now, but we haven't seen them at the camp and we haven't been able to reach them on their phones either, so we're not quite sure where they are right now.
It's hard not to fear the worst after what we've heard. Many have perished on this journey. We went to a graveyard where 19 people from Angola and Congo were buried. They drowned when their boat capsized on the way to the jungle.
What strikes you is just how small some of these graves are. At least 10 of them were children, but they were brought on this treacherous journey and their lives have been cut short.
Back in London, we get news from the camp. Hello, Paul. How are you?
Fine.
It's so good to hear from you. It's been a while. How's everyone there? Incredibly, Paul and all 30 of his group managed to make it through to Panama. He even managed to send me videos.
When you left us, we walked for about 6 hours and we slept somewhere in the forest, the middle of the bush. We had a lot of hills that were climbing, mountains, and going down and crossing streams. One of the most dreadful things that we had to meet in the bush, dead bodies. Those are bones of a dead person, remains of a dead person. Really, I nearly stepped on it. We saw another person tied on the tree. Oh, I was very afraid, and his head was cut off. No, I'm just going ahead. I'm not having any regret because I just want safety. Thank you.